smoky nonsense. If I ever make a smoky barrel whiskey, there you go. That's the name.
Well, you're not too far off about some smoky nonsense with this movie. Hi, welcome back. We're Rabbit Troop Sucks, and we're gonna blow your freaking mind with this new movie, Cyborg 2, Glass Shadow. Hi, I'm Paul. Next to me is Mike. Next to me is Lamar. We're a podcast about obscure, forgotten about, and sometimes just weirdo films. And this movie maybe is checking off a lot of boxes.
It's all three of those.
It's forgotten about. It's overlooked. It's mysterious and obscure. The big pull that we got is... I'm going to say, I'm laughing how I want to phrase it in ways. The big pull is this is Angelina Jolie's first film as an adult actor. I said this before laughing, and I don't mean this in some weird erotic sense. The only thing on her IMDb before this was, I believe she was in a movie and she's about 5 years old. She's been in a couple of background actors in music videos, but this is her first lead as an adult. You have Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles, and Mike's going to be referencing him as other things. And you have Jack Palance's teeth. That's why I knew that was going to get me. Because am I wrong?
You also get his eye, or both of his eyes.
There's a big Jack Palance surprise waiting for you. And good golly, I have never seen this film, and all three of us have seen Cyborg, and that's what's getting us here. But hey, just to note before we get too deep into it. It's our 1 year anniversary, baby.
Oh, shit.
All right.
A year ago, we started Rabbit Troop Sucks, so hopefully our sound quality has gone up, which I know it has. Hopefully our viewership has gone up. You're always invited to the troop, so if you are listening, please reach out to us. Let us know if there's any films you want to see or anything. You got any trivia for us?
A lot of new members on the Facebook group, which is nice to see.
Nice, yeah. We switched over to a page a couple weeks ago. So if you are still following our group, you could abandon that and go to the page.
The page, yeah.
Yeah,
because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, the group itself. Well, I thought the group itself would be fun and people could write things, but it has so many limitations and you can't really link it to Instagram, which we also have. So it's just very weird. So yeah, we started a page. It just expands it way more. And in a group, I couldn't follow other like-minded people and some of our friends and bands and stuff in Denver, and I can as a page. So as a page, it's just infinitely better. I got from being on a group that it's like now, like, are you part of a study group at school? You're going to be in this group on Facebook for 5 weeks, and then you're never going back to this group. But I don't know. Wow. They got weird.
It's been a year. Do you guys feel a year older?
I don't.
I feel how do podcast years work? Are we legal now? Are we 18?
You can listen to us discuss films for over 3 days straight.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
You know what? If someone do that. Give me
You did
proof.
the math?
Think about it like this. We're well over 50 episodes into this. And most of our podcasts are an hour and 15 to hour and a half.
To 3 hours if they're fucking Halloween
the Halloween episode. Yeah. So if it's that, I mean, we're at least 2 days. So at least 2.5. I'm trying to do weird math. I mean, some of our episodes are, I think our lowest episode, or our shortest episode, I should say, was like seconds shy of an hour, but we've never gotten that close. Sorry, we're long-winded listeners.
Okay.
We want to take you on a sonic journey all throughout the week.
So, I want someone to do this, listen to all of them back to back, live stream it. We'll give you a t-shirt or something.
Oh, yeah. If someone gave us Rabbit Troop Sucks math, of course, you want a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of hours that go back to back.
I don't think anyone has jobs anymore, so I'm sure someone's got time for this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you want them to listen? I thought you just wanted the math of how long.
No. I want someone to do it.
The way he said it, he wanted them to sit there and listen to it.
I want a 57-hour YouTube video sent to me. I'm not going to watch it, but that for proof.
Is it gonna turn into who's Knight Rider? Who's that crazy?
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. It's gonna turn into Hasselhoff eating that cheeseburger. Like day two, someone's like, help me. Why did I agree to that? I'll do anything for
That's
a t-shirt.
Fine. You know what? Live stream it. We'll call the ambulance if you need it. It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I mean, are we gonna pay for the cheeseburger too? I would. Yes, not all of them, but that one. That one that sent you over. that's on us.
Okay, but so here's my commitment. If you do it to completion, you get a T-shirt. Yeah, that's right. You heard me.
Yeah, it has to be
Shut up.
to
It's on the Dropbox now. But if you do at hour 20, I'll Grubhub you something.
Wow.
$30.
That's generous.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very generous.
Wow. So I mean, for all of you Denver tweakers out there, challenge accepted.
It doesn't even have to be Denver. You can be tweaking wherever. You could be jacking it in San Diego.
For all of you jacking it in San Diego, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I need to go over some film credits really quick. So, Cyborg 2, Glass Shadow, 1993. Okay, we get director Michael Schroeder, who has done Man in the Chair, and Cyborg 3, The Recycler, in 1994.
Oh, there's a Cyborg 3.
Yeah, it's real boring. He just goes around like collecting cans and shit.
That's unfortunate.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
We're going to.
He's going to recycle the world.
Yeah, it's something.
We have Elias Koteas, who's Colton, who is, yes, in my heart, Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's also in The Prophecy. There's an episode of House that I remember as well. We have Angelina Jolie. Like, let's just start there. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's crazy. So Angelina Jolie plays Cash. Clearly in the Maleficent movies, Girl Interrupted, Salt, Kung Fu Panda, Wanted. I would totally do Wanted for this podcast.
Wanted's fun, yeah.
The 2 original Tomb Raiders, Hackers, etc. So this, I mean, amongst just powerhouse movies. And I know this is her first movie. We have Jack Palance, Shane,
Sometimes.
City Slickers, Tango and Cash, also would do for this podcast.
Fucking Batman.
Yes.
We have 2 Batman alums in this movie.
Yeah. We have Billy Drago, who a lot of you would have seen in a lot of different movies.
Is that the voodoo doll guy from X-Files?
Yes, I was going to say,
Yeah, okay.
shout out to Rami, biggest
yeah.
X-Files fan, who is a listener and alum of Rabbit Troop Sucks, X-Files. Amongst Tremors 4, he is recently deceased not too long ago as well, 2019. And we get Delta Force 2, which I'd probably just do. And we get some other people that are recognizable. Tracy Walter, who is Wildcard, very briefly here. I acknowledged him in How High. He is the thief in Conan. One of my favorite characters in Conan.
The Goon. Bob the Goon.
Yeah, Bob the Goon. There's the other Batman alumni.
Yeah.
So we get some crazy people in this. And I cannot say this enough. You have a movie now with Angelina Jolie, like one of the highest paid actors ever. So, holy crap. And crap is right. This movie is so crazy. Did any of you read the trivia of what Angelina Jolie said about this?
I did, but I mean, I could paraphrase. But
yeah, something like, I thought I was making a real fun film, a real and fun film until I saw it. It was something along those lines. I was like, I believe you. So this is going to be my synopsis going into this film. 1, I feel bad that she was in this film, but walking away, if she did not do any nudity, which again, 17, that's going to get weird when we talk about this. If she did not do any nudity in this film, which she does, I don't think this is a bad place to be as a 17-year-old actor. Like, this is your first movie. Like, you're working with notable people. We have done films with much bigger people that did terrible things to begin with. I mean, Lamar knows my view on Tom Hanks and Monster and Mazes. Or Mazes and Monsters.
Yes.
That movie...
Oh, okay. Oh.
That movie should not be viewed by any human on
Is
earth.
that the made for TV?
Yeah, it was like a made for TV, like PSA.
Yeah,
it was the
that
PSA
was great. I
Satanic
love the ending
Panic.
of it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Where he's just like a sad, crazy
yeah,
person.
he's like, I didn't mean to kill.
I mean, if he had +2 charisma and +3 in intelligence, he would have gotten his ass out of that situation.
Yeah, he would have.
Well, let me give you a real synopsis to go into the background. So that's just going to be like my position going through. That I don't think... Don't get me wrong. This movie is not going to be sugar-coated. But I think walking away that most actors we see, if that was your first film, I wouldn't be like, I was in the worst film in the world. I'd be like, I was in a crazy piece of crap, and thank God I was in some other better films after. But I don't know. So Cyborg 2, and please note, audience, don't mistake this for Cyborg 1 in any way possible, outside of the forced clips you'll see of Jean-Claude Van Damme and movie reels of Cyborg 1. But 2 companies battle for cyborg domination. One's built a cyborg Angelina Jolie, so human that they hope she'll get into the computer's headquarters and explode. But she escapes with her human martial arts instructor. I guess.
Yeah.
My wife was watching half this movie with me and kind of checked out, and I
Yep.
just jokingly said, yes, a tale as old as time. Someone just wants to have sex with an attractive robot.
Well, that's basically the opening crawl of this movie. Explains this. We have Jack Palance's fucking breathy ass voice.
Jesus Christ is a brother. Yeah. I need to get some...
In this movie, everyone is Jack Palance's number one guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jack Palance sounds like the Joker all throughout this. Like, you're my number one.
Yes. High-powered corporate warfare.
Open this crazy drawer and find a ring I left for you.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, you're going to learn Jack Palance has a heart of gold, maybe literal gold in this, some kind of metal, and he uses it.
When Jack Palance... we'll get there. But yeah, so we have the screen crawl talking about... I'm not going to do it in the voice. There's high-powered corporate warfare. Japan, the Kobayashi Corporation... versus the USA, the Pinwheel Corporation. They're all making cyborgs, and they're talking about cyborgs can be anything from soldiers to prostitutes.
Well, it's really underlined
Prostitutes is the key here.
Yeah,
Because in this movie we see
Sex
zero
worker.
soldier cyborgs,
Yeah,
and we see a lot of prostitute cyborgs.
it's sex worker central.
Yeah.
I think we do see a couple. No, we see kind of.
There's one.
There's one. There's one I can note later that there's a couple other cyborgs.
I think that she started out as a prostitute.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Like they sent her to kill someone, but she was a prostitute.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the background of this scientist or this inventor's story. Like, yes, I'm going to invent a robot woman. And the army's like, we're going to fund this. And the guy's like, oh, shit, yes.
Well-
and he's like, I made a bunch of sexy fembots from Austin Powers. And they're like, what? And he's like, I could put a bomb in one. And then everyone was like, yeah.
Well, yeah, everyone's really stoked about this. The first scene it's kind of like a Blade Runner, like outside jet shot where you're seeing like flames and weird future buildings.
Yeah, there is a lot of homages to Blade Runner.
Also, this is meant to be a direct sequel to the first Cyborg. Like it takes place, I think, 70 years later.
Yeah, and that's why I know, like, it's not. We are doing this
it's not.
film. We are doing this film as here's the premise of Cyborg 1. There is a cyborg, and it has nothing to do with any of this.
No.
And now we're in the future, and someone to get that IP and to advertise it said, I'm going to invest in 5-second clips of Jean-Claude Van Damme walking around, and then the gang's walking around, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme talking to a cyborg and say, see, this one's happened.
Right.
And it did. 74 years ago, it happened.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, and that's basically the second scene. The first scene is the Blade Runner thing. The second scene is we have like a montage of creating cyborgs.
Where they're creating that blonde woman.
They're creating the blonde woman, but like, you know, like the skull doesn't look human. Then they fill like a plastic leg up with goo.
Yeah, the leg looks like it's out of like the Nickelodeon goo factory.
Right. Yeah.
The casing.
Yeah, and then there's like a flashback with Van Damme. So no one in this movie is named after instruments. The first one, this is my favorite thing about the first one. Main character Gibson Rickenbacker.
Oh,
The bad guy is Fender Tremolo, and one of the other characters is Marshall Stratt.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so
Please
like
tell
some
me
music
that.
nerd was in charge of naming. But anyway, yeah. So you see him in a flashback briefly. I don't know why they flash back because it doesn't impact. Anything.
Wait. To the first Cyborg movie?
Yeah.
They do it twice in this movie.
They do, yeah.
They do it in, spoiler, Angelina Jolie's dreams, and they do it in this. It has to be a wild IP grab. It's, how the hell do we keep making this movie? Maybe Jean-Claude Van Damme will come back. Please, Jean-Claude Van Damme, come back.
It definitely felt like that.
Yeah, maybe he had some kind of like contractual residuals where it's like, if you make a sequel, I have to get money from it. And they're like, okay.
And who would have, we may have had a future where Angelina Jolie and Jean-Claude Van Damme would be in the same movie, but
Maybe.
it just didn't come to be.
No.
So, I mean, this movie's really split for me because there are moments where some of the actors are doing things and I'm like, okay, like that overall makes sense. But the crew making this film, who I also have to believe are some of the actors, like every time there's the CEO mob boss, who the hell's that jerk off? Like that, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That like that hefty chunk of a man in a suit. He's all breathy. He's like, "We're gonna blow up the buildings." I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like you clearly are the producer of this film. I'm not even looking that up. It has to be.
No, yes, something like that.
Because I could see where the quote Angelina Jolie noted, where I was like, I thought I was making a real film. Yeah, if you're working with like one of the two, like Drago or Elias, sure. Like in one of those scenes, I could totally see that. But if you're in like the mob boss scene and stuff, oh my god, that was filmed in like someone's, like I don't know, like cubicle after hours.
I mean, yeah. So he's the CEO of Pinwheel, and at all points in time, he is standing in front of 9 TVs that are playing static. I don't know for whatever reason, like that's the future vibe.
It builds the future.
That's a song.
Yeah, that's what his boardroom is. But yeah, so after they fill the lake up with goo, he's like, "Hey, board members, I made this sweet prostitute robot. You guys want to watch her fuck somebody?" And they're like, "Yeah." So speaking of breathy old men, the next scene is like 7 dudes watching.
There's more than that. It's a whole boardroom of guys watching this.
Right, and. So they made this sexy cyborg prostitute. They made her with fake tits for some reason, which I thought was a weird move. But they're all watching her fuck, and like I don't know if the dude was a cyborg as well, but the dude seemed into it. But then the cyborg blows up.
Oh my god, Mike, are you referencing the glass shadow?
Yeah.
Why does the glass shadow sound like you have like a sexually transmitted disease?
Well, I mean, it may as well be.
I know, but why in the hell's name would you have named it that?
I don't know.
Like, ooh, you got a little case of the glass shadow.
You got some glass shadow there.
Like, and I almost like want to feels like you had sex with a cyborg, didn't you? You only get the glass shadow if you're sleeping with cyborgs, and people are like.
Right.
Ooh, which is no naughty in this movie. No sex with cyborgs, but age-old trope. Everyone wants to have sex with a cyborg.
Yeah.
Well, they make them so goddamn sexy.
Yeah,
I do recommend everyone watches the episode of Futurama with Lucy Liu, where he gets the replica and just Fry makes out with Lucy Liu's cyborg head just day in and day out. He's even shown a warning film, like what it could do to you, like your psychological like breakdown of it, and he loves it and refuses to stop making out with that cyborg.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I feel like that is the reason that you joked that I would refer to him as Stelios because I don't know his real name. But Casey Jones.
Elias
Koteas.
Koteas.
Sure, yeah.
Elias Koteas.
Whatever. I'm sure that's the reason he took this job.
Just for that.
But yeah. So...
Well, I mean, this is 3 years off Ninja Turtles. You think this guy, and like near the prophecy, I mean, I don't know much about this actor, but I feel this is his moment shining. Like he is in a couple or a few years of some pretty solid, notable films, all of which we could cover on this. I mean,
this was after Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles 90, this is 93.
Right. And then they showed him the script, and he's like, this is terrible. But then they showed him Angelina Jolie, and he's like,
"Yeah,
she legal? Can I grab them titties?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can grab them titties all the movie." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that." I feel like that was his interview for this movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah. Take that.
You don't have to say anything more to that. That's how it happened.
But yeah. But yeah, so the
explosion.
The CEO's like, yeah. So
other robot. We're not even.
Yeah, we haven't even got to Angelina Jolie
yet.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, she was filled to the brim with fucking glass shadow. It's an explosive, and we can use prostitutes to blow people up. And all these guys are like, yeah, that's great. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting one of those.
One of the board members.
Yeah.
One of the board members makes a joke like, "I wish my ex-wife had one of those."
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So basically, all these old fucking dickbags just want to send hot chicks to fuck people and then kill them.
Yeah,
right.
That's their goal.
Right. So we've got super meta, and then it became real because that's what these people have done. It's every woman in this movie is gonna be nude at some point in time. And it's a bunch of weird old dudes sitting around in suits watching it and going, "Oh, yes." It's really, 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 really weird.
It is very weird. Yeah.
I mean, here's the premise. Like, okay, you want a sex worker robot with a bomb? You don't even have to have sex. It's that person disrobes, 1, 2, 3, boop. But they're like, yeah, it's only activated in sex, and like, yes, as it should be.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? I have no idea. And then we get Angelina Jolie, who is Cash, and she is a cyborg who trains with Colton, and I don't know why.
Right. You can't download that shit.
Yeah.
We got to send some bozo human
So,
to
yeah.
teach you karate.
Yeah, so a real human being is training cyborgs basic martial arts moves in karate gis in a weird gym.
Right.
I feel, if the first part was filmed in someone's cubicle after hours, this was in like the office gym on the basement level, and they're like, I'm going to use the gym. They're like, why? They're like, shut up. And then they filmed a couple martial arts scenes.
Or YMCA.
Yeah. And so Angelina Jolie overpowers Colton in a couple of these scenes, and she looks like a snake. Like, does that make sense to you guys?
Yes,
like,
it does.
it's the way,
yeah,
it's
it does.
it's the way it's filmed, and like I don't know what the hell's going on. She looks at him like, I'm going to strike you like a cobra, but then gets off of him, and 5 minutes later, the whole story is established that they're both in love.
Yeah. So this was
What?
the exact moment where I stopped understanding what this movie was about.
Once it got past the glass shadow.
Well, I mean, it was gross and dumb, but it's like, yeah, okay, a bunch of weird dudes want to make sexy prostitute bombs. Like, that's stupid, but I get it. I get where they're at. From here on out, I do not know what anyone's motivation is.
It's a story of love, my friend.
Oh yeah, so this is where.
Well, I mean, do you want? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm not
No, yeah,
sure
go on.
how she's programmed, but I'm feeling like he really wants to bang her, and she's
Right.
just a cyborg who's just being trained for martial arts. I didn't get the sense that she was in love with him in any of the opening scenes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what? But like 5 minutes later, like,
Right.
like I did skip ahead. Like 5 minutes, this is a total romance story. I'm like, what?
Well,
the
that's
hell?
that's because when she's back in her room or what, because they give the robots like apartments. They don't just like fucking turn them off.
That's the next scene, pretty much.
This is where we're introduced to Jack Palance's fucking mouth on a TV screen.
Go give me some toast.
Jack Palance, every time he shows up, he says something
Oh yeah.
really dumb.
Scoops up, friend.
Well, in this one, he's like, you want to escape? You're a prostitute. You have a bomb in your butthole. It's time to get real. If you want to make it out, find a hero. And that hero is obviously
It was a protector.
Protector.
Because she gets a flashback in her dreams. That's where we get Cyborg 1. There was one once. She had a protector. Found herself a protector.
Right. So like, again,
number one.
We don't know who Jack Palance is. We don't know why he's talking through a TV screen.
And we're never going to know.
We don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We don't know why anyone is paying attention to him. Because I would have just turned that fucking TV off.
And, well, also, Colton gets a dose. He walks past.
No, Colton does get a dose.
Yeah, and he's like, can't take my eye for you.
But also, like, so I could see him selling Colton a little bit more. Because to Colton, he's like, hey, like, there's this babe robot. You should probably help her out. And I can see that being a decent deal. For Angelina Jolie, he's like, you need help. Like, she's like, I'm a robot prostitute assassin with a bomb in me. Like, I'm good. Like, what does she need?
Well, Palance is telling her about the hero that she needs, and
But does
there's
she?
they're flashing scenes of Jean-Claude Van Damme being all beefy, and
That's
then
true.
she's smiling in her dreams. She's like, "Yeah, that's the hero."
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
like,
No,
"Wait
you're
a
right.
minute."
She's fucking sliding out of her seat looking at Van Damme clips.
She's like, "Yeah, I do need a hero."
Right.
So she's buying into the fact that Jack Palance is trying to sell her on this
Right,
hero that
until she
needs.
runs into like a middle-aged bald
Yeah, that was my thought. I'm like, they went from Van Damme to
Stelio Cantos.
Stelio.
We all have I need a hero in our heads now, right? Like, it's just now playing.
I didn't, but damn it.
Yeah.
You said it, now I do.
They can afford that. I mean,
No,
when-
they couldn't
They
afford
can't
anything.
afford
This is
that.
when did City Slickers come out?
Okay, so this is
That's a
while
good-
you're looking that up, that's a good opportunity to talk about how fucking terrible the music in this movie is.
I have many notes
City
about
Slickers,
the music.
ooh, before and after. So this movie's 93. City Slickers 1 is 91, and the second part is 94.
Yeah.
So, like, damn, Jack Palance must have been pissed.
I don't...
Or drunk.
I think... So, I've mentioned this before about other people in other movies. I think Jack Palance showed up for 5 minutes one day.
Well...
And was like, you can record me. You can take pictures of my fucking mouth.
Well, I mean, I don't want to ruin anything just yet. There is a very award-winning performance at the end of the film, which would have required more, like a full day, and that probably is when he was like, "And I'm out of here."
I have things to say about that, but I'll comment when we get there.
Many comments to be made about this movie.
I'm the word of God Almighty. That was one he notes. He's fun.
yes.
He's fun. I like little riddles.
He's always saying fun stuff.
He should be on a little alarm clock. Can we make that? Wake up.
It's just like a little blue and white TV screen.
I do like his banter, and it's not banter. It's more like him just telling them random shit in the movie. I do like Jack Palance's voiceover in a movie.
I like Jack Palance. I didn't like Jack Palance's voice.
I got you.
Like, hey, tough guy, time to get up. But then he would have to be serious, like, current time, 5:06. Wait, have you guys seen Howard Stern Private Parts?
Yeah.
I saw it with you.
Oh, in one of the scenes, like, he is forced, like, Paul Giamatti forces him to, like, put inserts like ABC or like it's WNBC.
WNBC.
Yeah, and he forces him. And so Howard Stern, in one of the scenes, like, to combat that, he's like, then my grandmother died. It was just awful. I mean, like, she was like a mother to me, and I was on the floor. Current time 5:06, weather 73 degrees. WNBC.
See, what I would like is like a Jack Palance like Siri voice.
Oh yeah,
that's so like my girlfriend.
Get ready to turn, tough guy.
Yeah, exactly. My girlfriend changed Siri to an a New Zealand male voice. So every time we drive somewhere in her car, it's like the Flight of the Conchords is telling us how to get there.
I like
Ginger
that.
nuts.
You got to turn left. But yeah, if like when I'm making dinner, if I'm like, hey, set a timer for 30 seconds, so Jack Palance is like, you've got 30 seconds left. That's how I want to make food.
You got a babe in one room and a turkey on your hand. What are you gonna do? Where my number one?
Hey, tough guy.
Yeah, what's it like with the Australian guy though? Ginger nuts.
Well, I mean, they don't say like it's New Zealand,
man.
but they don't say like New Zealandy things. It's like, but
It's raining dingoes.
No, I guess so. Instead of like when you reach your destination, instead of like parking lot, it says car park because that's turn left into the car park.
Do you want to talk about carport online?
No, you shut your fucking mouth. You talking about the car hole?
If anyone wants to write Mike specifically about the car hole,
No one
or the car
like can go.
Oh, la-di-da. Fancy pants.
And if you're deep into Simpsons lore, we appreciate that. And the memes that have destroyed Mike's mind.
Damn it.
I'm just a guy trying to enjoy some Simpsons memes, and I'm subjected to like a month of fucking car holes.
Yeah, you think social media is good for nothing? It's good for that.
A garage. God damn. Whoa. Damn it.
I also think this movie would be a good video game. Side note.
Yeah, oh, would it?
It probably was.
I
feel like it's a cheap, like, old Acclaim or Tecmo video game.
Yeah.
So you're just a karate guy with male pattern baldness. You walk around, fuck robot prostitutes.
Nah,
what if it wasn't, and what if this is like weird, like Metal Gear side story? This could have been like a fun Metal Gear-esque game, sneaking around with a cyborg doing stuff.
So Jack Palance is like, who's the voice from Metal Gear Solid? Like Dingleberry Fox or whatever. I haven't played Metal Gear in ages.
Yeah.
Left you some cigarettes. Metal Gear specialist. All right.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't play this game unless I can play as Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
I mean, I bet like back in the day of like PS1, this is probably like a proposal. Like, let's just like body map her user image and then like let's do like a Metal Gear game. People are like, we do not have that budget, but we can afford Jack Palance. And they're like,
Hey, got Palance, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So now we go on a journey that I don't really understand. So both of these people are watching TV in their rooms, and it's just Jack Palance telling them that they need to go find each other and escape for some reason.
Beautiful.
You know, just a callback to Cyborg 1. Isn't the whole point, like, I think, don't they want to be free? Like, they become sentient and they're trying to reach, like, a place where cyborgs exist to be free.
So in
I
Cyborg
think that was
1,
the plot of, like, he's trying to get her to Atlanta.
Yeah, he needs to get her to Atlanta because she has, like, data or something.
Oh, because she had data to deliver. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea why she wants to go to this place. Is that ever established in the first scenes?
I mean, it might be, but if it was, it did not land with me because I do not know anyone's motivation for anything that happens in this movie from here on.
Yeah, also in the history of cyborgs, why is it so taboo that someone would have sex with a cyborg?
Well, they're building it for that purpose.
But it's taboo. Like, everyone's like, no, you can't have sex with a cyborg.
Can't have sex with a cyborg.
But like
Can't make my own money.
I was like, this is like super counterintuitive. Like Mike's right that these companies in the slow crawl was highlighting like they could be used for anything. But as I said, underline sex worker a million times. But like they tell Colton a million times, no, that's not allowed for anyone. They're like, if anyone wants to do this, you got to go to like a free island and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, if you're doing that, then why are you giving everyone genitalia and like programming them to be like into it? Cash is into it later. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Everything's super taboo. Let's just people have sex with cyborgs.
Right.
Free love, everybody. Boom. That's what Rabbit Troop Sucks is all about.
Sex with cyborgs.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Put it on the law books now.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, so they start like hanging out and talking about stuff, and I don't. And they share that. Like,
she gave him a matchbook with a little note like, "Come visit me in the science lab," which is like a high school science lab.
He's so horny. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta get in on that."
Yeah, like fuck yeah, like the fucking TV mouth told me to.
Well, that's what I'm noting. That it's. At first you're like, it's flirty, but it's straight up said within hours, like, we love each other, we just want to be free. Remember, before he even meets her, he's looking up the laws, like, hey Siri, what happens if I have sex with a cyborg? Or I was like, hey Siri, what's the punishment for like flirting? Like, not much, just a tap on this.
Like,
what's
cool.
the punishment if I sleep with that? And then like Siri got real, it's like, you will go to jail for 7 years minimum to life. Like it was. Like it got real, but he was like, "I'm going upstairs to have sex with the cyborg."
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty established.
Yeah,
he's gonna get some of that Jolie.
yeah. Well, eventually,
I'm not wrong.
I'm weirded out that she's 17 in this movie.
what was she 17?
17.
Oh yeah, I got questions that'll come up later.
Now, legal questions?
Yes,
I bet
very
you do.
much so.
I bet you do.
Okay, yeah, we'll get there. But
Yeah.
He goes to meet her after the exchange.
Yeah, they go to meet and they like basically immediately decide to escape.
What would a cute meet be in 1993?
It's this.
No, I mean, what would the wording be?
Oh.
We go back in time with our knowledge of cute meat. What would it be?
You mean meet cute?
Yeah, I meat cute.
Cute meat is like different.
Well, yikes. Just look up anything.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be in 1990.
I mean, they're in like a honest to God like junior high science lab, like after hours.
This whole movie was filmed in the junior high school, except for the part with the dinosaurs in the museum.
And someone's cubicle.
And someone's cubicle.
There you go.
Yeah, so they're hanging around.
Oh yeah, they decide to escape.
They decide to escape.
Because they love each other.
They love each other.
What? Okay.
They run into a cyborg monkey who is also Jack Palance.
Yeah. Jack Palance could possess any kind of digital
Yeah.
technology, which is really handy because on these shit islands of trash, just TVs are readily available. You don't even need to plug them in, which is fantastic. Just old school CRT TVs.
Yeah, like whatever you got, he's in there.
Yeah.
But the monkey's like, you got to go escape. It's over here. And then they go into a room with like a bunch of dead cyborg hookers, but one of them's like, I'm not dead, help me. And they're like,
That was sad. That was sad.
I guess. But they go, the monkey tells him about a hatch, I think.
A hatch green chili.
Yeah, there's some hash green chili.
Oh yeah.
New Mexico style, not this bullshit Colorado stuff we have. But somewhere like Jack Palance pops into something else and explains that Angelina Jolie is a bomb.
Yeah.
Is that right around
Yeah,
here?
they go to a weird junkyard, and Paul, to your point of how TVs can just broadcast, I think she plugged the TV into her. There was a scene where Jack Palance appeared on the TV, and she like plugged the TV into her in a junkyard.
Right.
And he appears on the TV, and he's pretty much telling them the plot that, yeah, she is a bomb.
Yeah, it's all exposition.
Yeah, it's exposition right here.
She's a bomb.
Listen, if someone was single, this seems win-win. Like, I don't have a date. I want to go camping in the woods. My date, universally, is a power supply. It could fight bears if necessary. I bed down to the cyborg. Win-win. You've paid for your cyborg. Use your cyborg. Free love.
All good things.
Put it on the law books now.
Right.
Oh, you want this in law?
I want a campaign started.
I hear you.
But yeah, so and now I guess I didn't know, maybe it was obvious. They're in some like underground thing. Because one thing that Jack Palance does tell them is like, the alarm goes off and he's like, "Oh, hey,
You're reported stolen.
You're reported stolen." And guess who, hotshot? They think you stole her. He's like, what?
I just came upstairs to the science lab to have sex with a robot.
Right, yeah, I mean, this
What
was all
have I
I'm
done?
here for. But then, like, the soldiers show up. And then Angelina...
So I think those are cyborgs. I think a lot of the soldiers are cyborgs.
Are they? Well,
I
because
think so.
Angelina Jolie fucking kills all of them.
Here-
She sweeps the leg and
Yeah.
takes out like 7 of them.
Her first fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is doing cartwheels and weird stuff. And the kick scenes, this is so terrible. So imagine someone is going to, like standing kick. They're on one leg. So I'm right-legged, right side. So I think she is too. Standing on her left leg, I'm trying to do this in my mind. She is kicking at a camera, and it looks terrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then it quickly pans back. So imagine I right kick Mike, and that's what the camera looks like, but then it spins to Mike, and Mike flies back. It's so bad.
Oh, it's real bad. And also, to play on your cartwheel thing, if Angelina Jolie has to get from one side of the room to another in a fight scene, she does it via cartwheels.
Always cartwheels.
She never like runs or walks.
Here is my favorite.
That is just how she.
Here is my favorite cyborg scene. So Angelina Jolie is clearly doing cartwheels and has been trained by Koteas, Colton, in the way of martial arts. So you think she would just be kicking and decapitating? No. In this scene, she does a little bit of that, but takes a gun, throws it at a guard so hard, like she planned it. The guard falls back, shooting the gun backwards, and shoots about 5 people behind him. Mm-hmm. And then, that's how you do it when you're a cyborg.
No, obviously.
Well planned.
Yeah. And so then avoiding all of the known understanding of what you should do in an emergency, they take an elevator.
Sorry, I don't know if what we said is she has 9 hours.
That's right. She has a 9-hour time frame.
Yeah, she is like a ticking time bomb. So not only are they looking for her, like when she goes down to 9 hours, she will explode. Good tips.
Why does she have 9 hours? Nobody knows.
Why does she have 9 hours, Mike?
No one fucking knows. So they're in the elevator. It stops. More soldiers show up. They kind of find an escape hatch down the bottom. And this is where we have another babe cyborg. I think she is
Chen?
a cyborg.
Yeah, Chen.
Sure. She kind of helps them escape by shooting some of the soldiers.
Yeah.
We don't really know. But whatever.
Well, let me highlight Mike's whatever.
Yeah, okay.
We have the semblance of a story here. The execution of this story is god awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the way we are talking about this is, as Mike noted, like, I don't know fully what happened. Like I understand what Mike's saying. Like we are giving more depth to what is happening than really what's happening. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how little is happening, but in a world that we're trying to describe it, so much did happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's just fucking bonkers. So they get out of the elevator. The Chen is shooting at soldiers. They go into some kind of like like a video game Steam shoot, which just shoots him out into the surface. Which is amazing dummy work.
You're talking about when they're in the elevator?
Oh,
Well, no,
at
like
the top.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Boo!
So I think is where my wife checked out. I think this is where my wife's like, cool.
this is where I checked out mentally as well.
But
yeah.
I asked her, I was like, do you know what the hell just happened? Angelina Jolie wraps some cable around a blue tube to her and then does it to him and says, this is the only way. And then like manipulates it. And the next scene, they're both projected out the rooftop of a skyscraper building to the top level. And she's like, there you go. And I don't know.
We're here now.
They were in the elevator, and when they were ejected out, they were ejected out of the waste dump
Who knows?
bins.
Yeah.
The
Whatever
waste
it
dump
was.
is on the rooftop?
I have no idea.
I think the building that they were in was like underground.
I think so,
So
too.
they were ejected out of the top of the building, but it's just like
I just don't know how they traded
sea level.
elevators, or it's
no
all
one
bizarre.
fucking knows.
Yes,
Here's
very
what's
bizarre scene.
bananas. Here's a shout out to Jeremy. As Jeremy noted, he's like, wow, like Manborg was done on a budget, but he didn't like it, but respected the budget. There are background scenes in Manborg that I think rival this film. Mm-hmm. That's like bravo Astron 6. Again, like, holy God, that's awesome that you did that with a budget.
This movie, Manborg is better than this movie in every measurable way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like acting, soundtrack, special effects.
Manborg didn't have any titties.
I like Billy Drago in this film.
Okay.
I think Billy Drago is like this crazy dude in this
Yeah,
film.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, Billy Drago is okay.
I did like Drago.
Yeah,
he's coming up here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't think he was given like a lot of credit with how he was filmed and stuff. But
No.
like, that character is kind of like creepy cool. I mean, that character is one step away from being like the serial killer in the Sandman. Like, it's kind of dope to see this dude.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool, and we'll get to him in a second. But now they've escaped. We know that she has got 9 hours, and that someone helped them escape.
I have a side note.
Okay.
I didn't even like write any kind of notes. And I think I have this a couple other times. I just kept writing, the soundtrack sucks.
I have that written down 75 times.
Yeah.
Can you
so
make
do
sense
I.
of that? I don't remember.
There's a point in time where it
There's a lot
really
of-
sucks. I'll mention it.
There's a lot of disappointing notes that I'm writing, so sometimes it's hard to extrapolate on each note.
Right. So now we flash back to that fat bigwig chode guy, the CEO of Pinwheel, who is explaining that he maybe wanted them to escape, and that's why he let Chang help them escape.
I used to call one of my coworkers Pinwheel when he'd piss me off. He really did not like it.
Is that going to be like the new like hey Muffin? What's up Pinwheel?
I just threw that out. If you pissed me off, I would just say that, and I felt there was really no comeback. And I did it as an aggressive move. So I stick to what I said. Don't call people Muffin. I aggressively and purposefully call this person Pinwheel.
Yeah. Yeah, but so this guy, I don't really understand, but he's like, yeah, I mean, we wanted them to escape, but then he immediately hires someone to kill them.
So this is what's happening.
Okay.
This is like, oopsie daisy, she got out. He wants her to go to the rival company.
Right.
And get there and then explode.
Well, no, okay, yes, I recognize that he wants Angelina Jolie to go to Kobayashi and explode and kill everybody. But why did she have to escape? Why couldn't he have just, as the owner of this robot, been like, hey, instead of fucking Stelio Canto, you're going to go fuck someone at Kobayashi and blow
that's
up.
true.
Gotcha. So I think it all comes down to she's very different. She has broken the programming. She is now AI aware.
Okay.
And as Mike is going, okay, this is not indicated
Right,
at
yeah.
all. This is leaps and stretches.
So it's
this
her
is the
free will that has
Yes,
caused it.
yes.
So rather than just throwing her in the trash and making another one, which we know takes about 82 seconds,
Sure.
he's like, let's orchestrate this elaborate plan,
Right, and then
to help her escape, rather than making a robot that will do what
and
I
then the
want it to.
company out of the rival company out of their own wants and needs will get her And then when that happens, boom, it's all
Right.
going down.
Because the rival company will only fuck robots that look like Angelina Jolie.
Right. Also, you have, clearly like robot assassins and stuff. Here's a tip: just get one of those assassins to go kill someone.
Yeah, it seems like this is a way. This plan is way too complex for what
It
they're trying to
really
get
is.
to.
It all came down to you've got to have robot sex.
Right.
That's the only. This is going right back to underpants gnomes.
Yeah.
First, you have cyborg sex.
Okay.
Then you have explosions.
Oh, dot.
And then profit.
Okay. So let's talk through this. So his plan was, because he wants to blow up the Kobayashi executives with a sex robot. His plan was, I'm going to have her escape, but the only reason she escaped was because Jack Palance told her to.
Yeah, but I think he's aware of this. Like he's
Was he?
I mean,
Okay.
I'm guessing.
So he wants her to escape with the karate instructor. Once they do, his first fucking move is to hire an assassin to kill them.
Chen?
No. Chen, voodoo guy from X-Files.
Oh, no. But he's not there yet.
No, but that's literally the next scene. Is
Okay,
him,
well, that
is
is
him
correct.
calling this guy and be like, hey, do you still kill people for money? He's like,
Well, so
fuck yeah.
here's the thing. She's now gone too rogue.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah, so this is not going to according to the CEO's plan.
I
He's
see.
like, whoa, like she actually has feelings and stuff. Ah, crap.
This is a very poorly thought out plan.
If you guys
All
want,
of this is crazy.
if you want more convolution to the plot,
I do.
the reason why he wants to kill the other CEO is just to drop stock prices.
Of course.
It's
all
not
stock
even just to
prices.
eliminate. It's not immediately just to eliminate the competition. It's like a long, dark, like hallway that he's gonna walk down.
Lamar, for you, who won the restaurant wars in your heart?
McDonald's is still winning.
Yeah.
They'll never stop until McDonald's is dead.
Well, what was it? What did Taco Bell win in that movie?
Oh yeah, they did win, didn't they?
Yeah. It would be
Yeah.
McDonald's.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Oh,
You talking Taco Bell?
We're talking about the classic, I think from this year, 1993, Demolition Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's mention that there's only one restaurant now in the
It
future.
was Taco Bell.
And
Right.
Taco Bell
Yeah.
won the restaurant
I mean,
wars.
mark it down, Demolition Man. Why are we not doing that?
Let's
Judge
do that,
Dredd, Demolition Man.
That will definitely.
You know why Taco Bell won?
Beer for
the
that.
breakfast crunch wrap.
That's
is
the one.
one of the best food items available.
I
today.
agree. Yes.
The breakfast crunch wrap is fucking dope.
I don't do breakfast fast food much, but when I
I'm,
do,
I'm never up in time for breakfast fast food, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So anytime,
both of their crunch wraps.
yeah,
Awesome.
Anytime like we get up early to go camping or go for a hike and we have to go to the mountains, always stop by Taco Bell for a breakfast crunch wrap.
Taco Bell at.
It gives you the fuel you need for like a great Colorado hike.
Boom, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell,
why are
yeah.
you not reaching out to us? You're getting mad
Yes.
props. Mike's
Yeah.
talking about Taco Bell and going for hikes.
Yeah, it's the most Colorado thing.
We learn about Mercy here. That's his name. My name's They call me Mercy.
I'm whispering everything.
I'm kind of fake Batman, but I'm Joker at the same time with my zippy one-liners.
Everyone is his number one guy. Okay, no. So I think I understand what's happening here. So the fucking
They call him Drago.
yeah the fat cat
Danny.
is his name Danny.
Yeah.
Guy's a real fucking Quimby. He calls up Drago, and so Drago is meant to, I think, kill Stelios.
Yeah, he's kind of inconsequential.
Kind of.
But-
Well, kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, and then drag her back alive.
Well, no. So he hires the bounty hunter Drago to kill the dude, Casey Jones, but he sends Chen, the assassin hooker robot, to bring Angelina Jolie back.
Oh, that is correct.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought he sent Drago to hunt down the cyborg.
Oh yeah, because that's the part of the negotiation. Yeah,
Is it? Well, because
he's like, nah, you got to bring her back like in one piece.
well, because in the next scene, Drago captures Casey Jones.
Well, that's part one.
But the Chen, the hooker robot, like goes and fucking nooses up Angelina Jolie and swings her through like buildings.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was weird.
it was weird.
Well, there's a rogue story going on.
Is
that
there?
Chen has a heart of gold. That's kind of the twist.
So
throughout
she
the
has
movie.
a heart of gold by trying to murder another robot.
Do you remember what she does to Angelina Jolie once she basically like decapitates her and
Yeah, so she does capture her and decapitates her.
I actually don't
she
remember.
deactivates the glass shadow?
Oh shit!
Does she?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. So I remember the scene where she was laying on the table with her head off, but I didn't really understand what was happening.
I think the secret is like there's a cyborg uprising, and she's like, I was sent to do this. I'm not.
Okay, I didn't. That didn't land for me at all.
Yeah.
but okay.
Same
I buy
here,
it.
Mike. I'm with you on
Yeah,
that,
okay,
but
good.
it makes more sense now that you're spilling it out, Paul.
Because
Okay.
then she's got like the bomb at the end. Angelina, remember at the end of the film, they're like, well, we're still going to explode Angelina Jolie, but she doesn't have the bomb in her
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, yeah, we learn where the bomb is later.
And that's due to Chen.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that. Okay, good to know. But now, so fucking the guy from the X-Files, Drago, he has Casey Jones captured.
Yeah, this dude is like a wisp of a man. He's dressed like Sherlock Holmes.
This guy knows the difference between velvet and velveteen.
and
He's wearing a brocade vest.
Yeah, and he's gonna tell you as he burns you.
Yeah.
and
he talks
pees
like,
in your eye.
if you've seen the X-Files episode, it's called Thief, spelled incorrectly. Like, he plays like a bayou moron who knows
Yeah.
voodoo. Like, this is the same character, but an assassin, basically.
You could sing it to us. Hoodoo. We
Voodoo?
do. Voodoo. You do.
You remind me of the man.
Remind me of the baby.
What? With the power?
Reach out to us at
What
Rabbit Troop
power?
Sex for all of your needs.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't really know why. I've said this a couple times. I don't know what's happening here,
Okay.
and I don't know why it's
I can give you. I'm gonna save you this. We don't need to go like in line.
Okay.
Drago's got a backstory.
Okay.
So Drago's backstory is he is basically a cyborg hunter.
Right.
And he's really good at it, but he works kind of as an independent
He
freelancer.
killed Mercy's wife.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So, Mercy's wife, we later learn, was also a cyborg that he killed, and he was burned by her acid in his face,
Right.
and he's had reconstructive surgery, and now his skin is very thin, and he's very protective of his skin. We do not know about the twist at the end, until the end, that it was all due to Mercy's wife, and that's why Mercy is in on this. But that's why we're going to learn now. Mercy is guiding these two because they're lovers, and he believes in that. He's been in a similar situation.
But they're lovers because he told them to be.
Gotta find a hero.
That's kind of how it felt.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I meant a sandwich. I'm hungry.
I could eat, honestly.
I often say when we do the podcast that if we got some like dope Chinese food delivered, like if I'm just eating like out of the box, like three gentlemen in an 80s film would, that we're just like in
Yeah.
dirty clothes, like disheveled, eating with chopsticks, or like there's like a beer can or 5 or 20 in a pizza box.
Those scenes.
That is not what Rabbit Troop Sucks is like here, but if it was, I'm in.
Honestly, that would be great. I mean, I don't know that our listeners want to listen to us like slurp lo mein on these microphones.
We could get real tricky with the like stop and pausing of the recording. Like, yeah, then and we like pause and like, yeah, then yeah, it just always sounds like we're going in slow motion.
Okay, so because I've been rewatching this recently, so you're thinking that this podcast is going to be like in that Mitchell and Webb look, the two snooker correspondents?
Oh yes,
Yeah, you
Yes.
think that's what this podcast is
Yes.
going to be? With the microphones with like the weird nose
Oh,
shield.
He's really getting down in the game over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing some things like a man would.
Don't know if you boys want to branch out into the ASMR market, but yeah, start just breathing heavily into the microphone.
Listen to three middle-aged men eat Chinese food on a podcast. This is great.
That's some good lo mein.
Every once in a while, we'll mention a movie.
That's fine. What a shot.
We could. I would love that we would get any kind of delivery person involved with this. Like, hey, we're recording a podcast.
So we just like scam the DoorDash driver into coming down here with us?
I assume you've seen Cyborg 2 recently, so we're recording that. As you bring this in,
Right.
I promise you we're not going to kill you.
Okay.
If we keep doing that over and over again to every delivery guy, one day we're going to meet the guy who saw the same movie we did, and we'll bring him in or her,
Yeah.
and then boom.
We kill him.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, they're gonna watch. Whoops.
Man.
Trick or treat. Whoops. Halloween jokes.
Oh man.
Okay. What the fuck is happening?
Oh yeah. We're killing people
Oh yeah.
apparently.
So
It's a wild ride.
We're beating
Just like Cyborg
wild
too.
card.
Lamar's got a case of the glass shadow.
Let's see here.
yeah. So okay. So Drago has.
I feel glass shadow would be like what you would say 5 o'clock shadow, but to like a silky woman, like you don't want to go out in public and have the glass shadow. Like use whatever you're using to shave, which I'm not saying is right. I'm just saying that seems like some old school marketing. Like that would be like the tagline. Like Martha's got some glass shadow. Like good thing I use Bic razors or whatever.
So like in the future, when you're fucking a robot made out of fiberglass and you get all the bits stuck in your wiener, you get a case of the glass shadow.
Oh wait, you don't know about the seashells? They work in a lot of different ways, Mike.
I'm still waiting for an explanation on that.
I think Chris needs to tell us. He knows all about the seashells.
Does he?
He probably.
Okay.
He knows about tech and future tech.
Yeah, no, he's smarter than all of us.
I bet if someone was going to make some seashells, it would be Chris.
Yeah.
And maybe he could make them like Rabbit Troop Sucks, like different colors.
Branded, yeah, okay.
That'd be nice. Chris, get on that, please.
That's what I want. I want people scooping shit out of their butthole with a branded Rabbit Subs item.
Said it works for other reasons too.
Okay.
You talked about the fiberglass removal, which seems...
Yeah. You just scrape it right out with the seashell.
That's like the detachable component of the seashell.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Do you know what kind of shells they were?
No.
They look like scallop shells.
Oh. I don't know what to say about that.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it.
I don't know what to say about that because right now you're wearing a scallop shell necklace.
I'm wearing 2 scallop shells for a brassiere for anyone who can't see us. Yeah.
And Mike's wearing the old school like conch, like and like the white chipped necklace to be like highlighting like, yo, bro.
Yeah, it's all puka shell accessories for me. I just came from a Hollister in 1997.
When Mike's not doing a full-time job or working a podcast, he's hanging 10 with his bras.
Yeah. Me and Brody, and I can't think of any other Chody surfer names.
Alkaline.
Alkaline? Okay, yeah.
I think they're driving. They might have a car now.
Going to meet wild card at whatever weird bar. I don't know.
Oh,
Mercy sends them to send wild.
And Angelina Jolie says the tagline, and it should have been the movie. It is the most romantic thing, and it's literally, quote unquote, don't get dead. You found yourself a honey, friend. Don't get dead. It's inscribed on my wedding ring.
Don't get dead.
Don't get dead at all.
Son of a bitch.
I also wrote again, soundtrack sucks.
The soundtrack never stops sucking.
Yo, I remember why. I did write a small detail. It sounds like someone's playing like a weird drum to a synth, and someone is also dubbing in lead acoustic guitar. It is not meshing well, and it's super, super bizarre. Like, very heavy synth, like, never-ending story, like, breathy, like, rah, rah, like that, but then, like, doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-doop-doop, with the guitar, and you're like, what?
I got pan flute, synth, guitar, and plunk guitar.
Pan flutes and mood skates.
I think we could all agree, she's got a ticket to ride. She don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't.
You don't care.
Oh, you know what? We skipped something. Before the head comes off and before he gets captured, they go to an opium den.
Where she gets tough with a psychic.
Yeah, where the psychic is like,
oh, this is where they go to meet Wildcard in the opium.
Yeah, exactly. And the opium woman is like, I got a job for you. She's like, the fuck you do? And she kicks everyone's ass.
Yeah, she insinuates like cyborgs make great sex workers, and Angelina Jolie just goes ape shit and does not play it cool. Again, I could see if you were a human, but the programming and the safety
you are a
protocols,
robot built specifically to be a sex robot.
Warning, play it cool. Play it cool.
Yeah.
She does not.
No, but right after this is where Drago captures Stelios and Chen takes off Angelina Jolie's head.
Yeah.
But, I don't understand the transition here. So at some point, Stelio escapes from Drago and Angie gets her head put back on and they meet in a natural science museum by a T-Rex skeleton for some reason.
Sure. I mean, you gotta, everyone's got a spot. So Drago, i.e. Danny, Danny makes Colton take drugs by blowing it in his eye.
Makes him take drugs.
And then
He's like, "Hey, I got
Drago
drugs."
takes some drugs. And then they both pass out, and Stelio picks a lock and runs away, but Danny wants this to happen. He's like, haha, oh, you thought you escaped? Cool, I know you're just going to run back to Cash, who's Angelina Jolie. And yes, Mike is correct. Why it's some... This is like a third grade field trip all throughout this. Like,
It is.
like so we're going to go, listen, you're going to daddy, daughter work day. So you're going to see my cubicle where I'm filming these weird old gentlemen. We're going to go downstairs to the workout facility, which looks like crap. We're going to go to some weird apartment complex. We're going to go see the T-Rexes. Yeah, it's just people doing weird stuff because I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
No one knows what's going on.
Nope.
But yes, they meet at the T-Rex. It's romantic. Get with it, Mike.
I believe at some point, like, Chen and the X-Files guy have, like, a battle.
Yes.
There's a weird double interrogation scene.
Yeah,
where-
they run into each other.
Yeah.
They flip tables really hard.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I mean, again, this could be kind of cool. Could be kind of cool. Where you have, bounty hunter after bounty hunter. We later find out Chen is a cyborg. So it's kind of fun. And he's like, good seeing you here. Shoot. What happened to your face? And he explains the story in the acid. And we later learn it is Mercy's, girlfriend, wife, or cyborg, significant other. But I do like that Chen blows out all this glass in front of him. And he cuts... his face to
gets all
shreds,
fucked up.
and he's so pissed off about this.
He's very upset about
He's so pissed off, he goes off script and then goes into a kickboxer style arena for weird reasons later, very soon.
Yeah, so...
The Blade.
Again, I've mentioned that I don't understand what's happening. This will continue. So, yes, that scene happens. When Angelina Jolie and Casey Jones leave the Natural History Museum, they run into a dog who is also a robot and is also Jack Palance. And is like,
Woof, woof, baby.
woof, woof. You've got to go up this hatch. You got to go to this battleship.
Full moon hotcakes.
Yeah, yes. But he directs them to like this shipyard, and they run into Bob the Goon from Batman, and he's like, "Oh, so here's the thing. You've got to do a fight, like a street fight.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
The Blade. You got to do the Blade.
got to do the blade.
It involves blades.
But then, yeah, and it's called the Blade because they fight. It's like a Street Fighter style fight, but there's a battleship up in the air and its propellers are spinning near your face. But once you win the fight, you'll have 18 minutes or whatever to get to
And just enough
the
money
boat, and just enough money
to pay some guy to take you on a boat.
Yeah, so basically he has to win a fight near some propellers and then run to a ship with the prize money to escape. Is that correct?
You are correct.
Okay.
Fuck.
But then right after this is the first time we see Jack Palance as a person, not as a mouth on a TV.
I'm going to say sort of you are correct. We
Okay.
do overall see Jack Palance's face. Yes. There's going to be a bigger reveal of Jack Palance coming up, but we see more than just teeth on a screen and a little bit of nose. You know where I'm leading to, right? Like the Jack Palance's reveal.
Yeah, where
which
he's
is
wearing like a fucking Cosby sweater.
Yes.
Jack Palance just showed up in what he was wearing when he got up that morning and was like, you can record my mouth for TVs. I'm not changing out of this sweater.
That sounds about
This
right.
is the outfit that I've picked.
Yeah. I don't know somewhere I got that Casey Jones is highlighting like they say that the happiest people on earth are the people that have no memories.
Yeah, he has a lot of doofy one-liners. When they're in the Natural History Museum, Angelina Jolie is like, "Oh, can you believe that humanity like did all this?" He's like, "Some people like to make mistakes and do bullshit, and that's why the world sucks."
There's a fight scene with him and Chin, and
At the nuclear family? Is that what you're noting?
Oh my god.
I believe they're fighting, and she's bringing up what's worse, cyborg envy or human envy.
And he goes, penis.
He delivers it. In
So they're at basically
God damn it.
Epcot Center, which is the nuclear family days of like future.
Right.
And they're fighting in this nuclear family museum section.
Oh, I forgot all about this. Yeah.
And that's when they're having these weird talks and weird one-liners. And again, going back to where was this filmed? It looks like the stage at a elementary school. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
They're like, put up all the clothes and a sign that says museum. And they did. You gotta pay Jack Palance somehow.
Right.
And have a lot of walking around. There is a note somewhere that I skipped over. When we see the flashbacks of Cyborg 1 that has nothing to do with this. Cyborg 1, a lot of walking around scenes. A lot of aerial, here's my gang and I'm walking around. Then JCVD, I'm walking around. In this movie, a lot of walking around.
Yeah. That's
the thread that puts it together.
Back to the walking them around.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so you're right. We skipped over the scene where they all fight, and this is where Chen gets killed. And we've realized she was a robot the whole time.
Yeah,
Which everyone assumed from the fucking beginning.
Yeah, she's thrown against some electric grid and just zaps out.
Well, yeah, she zaps out, but as she's getting zapped out, she grabs her chest and opens it to reveal that she's a robot, which was completely unnecessary because we all knew she was a robot, right?
Yeah, it was just swinging Angelina Jolie around
Right,
like earlier. Yeah.
Okay, so she's dead. Is now the part where there's like the street fight between Drago and Stelio?
Wild card.
Oh, well, when they get into the blade situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Ever hear of the blade?
Oh, and this is right before the battle happens. This is where Jack Palance says, "It's time to rumble."
Yeah, and this is we get the wild card, which is the dude from Conan, Tracy Walter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tells them everything, and then,
he explains the plot of the movie.
Yeah, he's like, it's a very Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Mm-hmm. I do kind of like the initial setup. They get there, and Colton asks, I guess the organizing this, who am I fighting? He's like, another first timer. Like, oh, he's like, yeah, like we try to do like fair fights. So I was like, oh.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's how you're going to make that money? He's like, that kind of makes sense. But then we find out that guy's a human piece of shit, and he's working for Danny.
Well, it's the assassin guy.
Yeah, and Danny's going to be that other guy. That's the twist. Danny is no longer just going to hunt him down. He just straight up enters a Fight Club bare knuckle bones situation where he's going to straight up fight Colton. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Wait. Before all of this, too, we're skipping over this, this is where Angelina Jolie and Colton have sex, right?
Oh, yeah, they fuck real hard right here.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie's 17. What's going on here?
Yeah, you can see them titties.
She, is totally naked. What's going on?
Well,
is it legal?
So, I shudder to bring this up because I feel like it's going to I don't want it to out me as some kind of weird internet pervert. But I guess this famously happened with God damn it! What is that shitty movie with that shitty pedophile now?
You're gonna have to be
Oh my god!
That's the damnation of our society right there.
God,
I think there's a famous. I think Tracy Lords was involved in a famous.
I mean that was like
straight up pornography.
Yeah, but I mean, she was. I think that there's a scene that she did when she was 17.
Oh,
underage, and it was released after.
I think
it was filmed before she turned 18. I think.
I want to say that's because she lied.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so the movie that I was thinking of is American Beauty with Kevin Spacey.
oh.
There was a scene with Thora Birch, who was underage at the time, but she filmed a topless scene. Like her parents were on set, like everyone signed things. This was like a big deal when it came out. Maybe it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Angelina Jolie's parents were there. Who's Angelina Jolie's dad? Who's that?
John Voight.
Yeah, John Voight was like, yeah, fucking like, I'll sign the thing. I'm a big weirdo. Let me see my daughter's titties.
Yikes.
But yeah, so I thought she was 18 in this movie, but I guess it could have worked out that she wasn't.
But again, it's time to rumble.
No, it is. Yeah, we've talked about
Definitely
underage breasts for too long.
And we're at the boat.
It is too long. We're at the boat.
And the promoter has vampire fangs, which is super off-putting.
Yeah.
I like him.
This is a guy that you've seen in many other movies.
Bobby Lynn.
Yeah, Bobby Lynn.
Yeah, he's got vampire fangs.
he does. Why does he have vampire fangs?
It's Bobby Lynn.
Because does Bobby Lynn have vampire fangs
Put on some
in real life?
vampire fangs, and you put on a suit, nice white suit, and you go promote fights, promote the blade.
Well, I mean, so we were just talking about Temple of Doom earlier, which he is in.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's like any like kung fu movie from that time frame he was in. I feel.
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
we get 3
Look at him
rounds of the blade, and this is the situation. And Mike has noted this. Basically, it's a hoisted up boat, and you're fighting next to it, and it has 2 sets of propellers. In round 1, no propellers. Round 2, 1 propeller. Round 3, 2 propellers.
2 propellers. Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
And it is the propellers that win this fight.
Yeah, I mean, they are just beating the shit out of each other. It's kind of okay. All right. I like Danny as an assassin. This guy's crazy. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Dare I say, maybe the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Well, he gets bladed up, and then a bunch of troops start coming in because they still want to capture Angelina Jolie.
Right.
And Colton and Angelina Jolie grab the money. Angelina's like, thanks, yoinks.
Yep.
Grabs the money, and they run off.
Yeah. But you know who they do capture? Jack Palance.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
And
And
this
this is a nice big reveal. Here's a big twist. We've seen Jack Palance. And he did give Colton a ring. Give her the ring.
So when Jack Palance gets captured, he says my favorite line of this movie. Do you know what this is?
Is it? No.
No, it's when the soldiers show up.
oh god damn it!
You want to dine with the devil? You'll need a long spoon.
I wrote that.
Yeah,
Why does it have to be long?
I don't know.
You were eating soup and was halfway
Yeah.
across the
Right,
table.
Because the devil's a dick and he steals everyone's fucking pudding.
And he
With
said
that long
he said that
fucking
line
spoon.
right after he said incoming, and bombs just start dropping. Like there are planes and vehicles
Yeah.
in the air dropping bombs
Absolutely.
on your moms.
Fuck car alarms.
Who's got my Alpine?
And then we're basically at the CEO corporation again.
Yeah.
And the CEO this guy's like working out. It's like it's so bizarre. It's
Yeah, he's like on his fucking Peloton
oh
for
my
some
God,
reason.
who is this guy?
No one
Yeah,
knows.
this guy is on. Yeah, this is craziness. This guy is basically in a tracksuit. And he's like, meh, well, she's still gonna explode, and I'm gonna explode. And he presses it because his secretary's there, and he's in the main building. And it is the detonator from Angelina Jolie in his hand. He thought it was Chen's something or other. Chen replaced some things around. She took it out. She orchestrated this. The whole corporation explodes. Boom. Boom, everybody.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Did it. And now I note that Cash and Colton live in a box in the middle of nowhere. There is
Yeah.
some clay hut near nothing and no sustenance.
Right.
They live there now.
Well, he comes home holding a baby palm tree.
I wrote that. Yeah. And then the time lapse. This is sage writing.
Right.
The
Oh my
time
God.
lapse is that baby palm tree is now a big palm
It's all
tree.
grown up. And he's an old piece of shit who's dead on their fucking
Yeah,
porch.
I was like, wow, they just take this right from Highlander.
Yeah.
Like, there's a want to live forever.
But Angelina Jolie's still there.
Yeah, and
she
he's
still
still
looks
young.
Yeah, she's still young. And she's like, oh, this guy's dead.
Because you got to remember, love is stronger than flesh or machine.
God damn it.
Lamar. It's not about the killing. It's about family and flesh and machine.
And love is stronger than all of that.
Before we really wrap this up, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie was going to be in part 3, The Recycler, which is a movie where another person plays her. And
it's the same character?
Yes, and I believe in that or 4, she is pregnant. And is the first cyborg to ever have a child.
Interesting.
Like how is this to be? Angelina Jolie was going to do it and then dropped out. And then the director was apparently like obligated by the contract to be in and it was like a bad experience. There seems to be no pull in that. There's a couple notable people. I can't imagine what the budget is. So yeah, there is a part 3, and at one point in time, it was going to have Angelina Jolie, and I gotta say thank God because we get Angelina Jolie going right to hackers after this. So awesome move, not having that.
Oh wow! So this is something I feel like I could only say to the 2 people in this room with me. The person who played Angelina Jolie's character in Cyborg 3. Do you know who this is?
No, I wrote the person's name down.
Yeah, her name is a fucking train wreck. It's like
It's beautiful.
I think her name. I think it's meant to be pronounced Kristen, but there are 2 Y's in it.
It's for you to ask yourself why.
But anyway, she played the character Simone Foster on 5 seasons of Head of the Class.
Well, I can tell you right now, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Of course, because you are the only person who has ever seen Head of the Class.
Simone was a quiet type on Head of the Class. A red-haired quiet type, very poetic. Into the Bad Boy. That was it. I could go on and on about the story.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, Head of the Class.
Deep.
How I love you.
Wow.
Yes.
Which professor do you prefer in Head of the Class?
The first one? What are you, out of your mind?
All right. There's some people who prefer the second.
The Scottish dude who's deceased? No.
Oh God.
Before we get into the final jump into all of this, please reach out to us anytime you have questions or have ideas for movies or you want sultry messages from Mike isolated and sent to you. Reach out to us at rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. Go to our website proper, rabbittroopsucks.com. You could see some links, you could see some pictures and some various other content. We launched a new Facebook page. Please avoid joining the group. Just go right to that page. I'll be condensing it down over the summer, and then just the page will just be the dominant one, or go to Instagram. That's how to get a hold of us. We love to hear from you. How did everyone like Cyborg 2? Glass Shadow. I'm going to start. I usually go last.
Yeah.
Because I feel just my summary really quickly stands from the beginning. This movie is not good. There was a semblance of a story here. It is not executed well at all. The budget here sucks. This movie is all over the place. But again, take out the nudity. If this was Angelina Jolie's first experience, I'm 17 and this is my first job as a lead actor. This is not the worst place to be in. I would assume it'd be a little bit of fun in areas, but yeah, I saw, I can't remember, it was like Entertainment Weekly or something that rated this her worst film. Of course, I mean, this is like 0 budget, 0 story. To go from this to Hackers, which is so iconic and cult followed, and then to just insanely big budget and award winning films. Good for her. I thought not a bad place to start, but this movie is not really good. It is good to watch with people like Lamar and Mike and to have some beverages and to be like, these are my buddies. But I cannot recommend this film outside of for funsies. And I think to speak on behalf of Angelina Jolie, I would have to assume that would be very similar to her views. Like, please never watch this, but if you do, have a jovial time. Boom. One of you is up.
Yeah, this movie is terrible. Was this the first time either of you have seen this?
Yeah, I've not seen this movie.
This is the second time I've seen this. It popped up on like Amazon or something maybe a year or 2 ago, and I watched it while I was drunker the second time.
Nice.
Yes.
But yeah, so I've seen this movie twice. It's terrible. The plot does not make sense. I don't want to do like the Mike tries to fix a movie segment because I don't think you can.
I do think it could be a cool video game. Like if this was a premise of a video game,
so you want this to be like Shadowrun, basically?
Yeah, I mean, like for the time, like if this came out in like the mid '90s and this was the premise of a video game, and you're being led around by a computer, and you know, a sexy cyborg, and you're just the lonely martial arts.
Yeah, I mean, there's a plot here for sure, but like it's so poorly done. There are good people in this movie.
That's what's bananas. That's crazy. It's so crazy.
Like Jack Palance is overacting and chewing up all the scenery in this movie. Elias Quetzalcoatl or whatever the fuck his name is.
Koteas?
Yeah. Like, I mean, again, he came off of Ninja Turtles. Like, this is a good actor. And honestly, I don't think he did a bad job, but I don't think he knew what he was doing.
I do think Billy Drago is the best part of this.
Billy Drago is pretty great.
Yeah, he's scary.
And I keep forgetting that that's the actor's name, not the character's name, because that's a fucking dope name.
Yeah, it is.
Billy Drago.
It really is.
But also go watch the X-Files episode Thief, because it's better than this movie, and he's in it.
It's even in my notes.
Yeah. This movie's a mess. Like, the plot doesn't make sense. They could have easily made this movie reasonable, but they opted not to. Someone made decisions to make this movie stupid. Which is, I think, what's the most disappointing about it. Because they had all the components. I mean, it was never going to be good, but they had all the components of something like at least cohesive, and they just threw it out the window for no reason.
I mean, Jack Palance's character totally knows, like, you're like Romeo and Juliet. And it is very clear that someone had that idea and then remembered it when they sobered up halfway through the film.
Rule number 1, never reference a better movie in your movie.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true. Very.
Yeah, this movie sucks. Like, to listeners, I will rarely say this. You don't watch this. It's going to be a bummer for you.
It's better than Crime Wave.
Can
you say that honestly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I will agree with Paul. It is better than Crime Wave. It is a better movie than Crime Wave. But if you have never seen either of these movies, I think you will enjoy watching Crime Wave more. I know Paul hates Crime Wave a lot, and it's terrible, but it's so bananas. You can have fun with it. This movie is just stupid.
I think this movie is an attempt at science fiction, which is probably my favorite genre of movie for the mystique of it, and it kind of hits more of other notes versus the science fiction notes that I was looking for. The soundtrack sucks, as we all mentioned.
So bad. So bad.
There's too much synth and too much pan flute for me. Plot convoluted, as I previously mentioned, overblown. It's complicated. It didn't have to be. This movie could have easily been simple to tell the plot and just to do. It was just overdone. Plot probably overwritten. And this Elias, forgot his name, Casey Jones.
Koteas?
Yes. He doesn't fit right in this movie for me. First of all, he just reminds me of Stapler. I'm sorry, he's a Christopher Maloney.
Yeah.
He's
for sure.
He's straight up Stapler. I couldn't just he's Casey Jones, but he's also Stapler to me. So the whole movie, I'm like, is this Law and Order?
I think I don't want to sound weird, but I think my biggest issue with his character in this movie was and maybe I'm only feeling this because I knew how old Angelina Jolie was in this movie. The age difference is fucking bonkers.
That too. He just didn't fit in this role for me. Whereas I like him a lot for this role, I don't think he fit. And it wasn't his age. Well. It was just this wasn't the movie for him. I feel like it kind of hurt his career too.
I mean, it probably did.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
That would have helped Howie Mandel's career.
Little Monsters and get the fuck out of here.
It would have been a spiritual sequel.
Overall, this movie did not hit for me. I like the concept of it, though.
I mean, Lamar, I know you and I disagree on this. I love the first Cyborg movie.
Yeah,
we
do. We do,
and
disagree.
I know you do not.
Yeah.
But like this movie was just so fucking stupid, and
this
it didn't have to.
We'll
be.
agree there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
it was disappointing. I was disappointed.
Well, a couple things to note. One, thank God Angelina Jolie, again, later went on to do just incredible things. I mean, she really is just like one of the few people you could name that you probably like her in something.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I mean, I know that might sound kind of shitty for someone's credentials, but like in the world of Hollywood, like, think like you clearly like something with Tom Hanks in it, or Robin Williams, or Angelina Jolie. Like there's so many just notable roles. Like that's really cool. So thank God that she went on to much bigger and better things.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Elias Koteas.
Okay.
Well. We're gonna do next episode, 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Casey Jones in its full. This is going to be the side of Elias Koteas that you must see. Maybe not in part 3, but
I was like in Turtles in Time when he shows up for like 5 minutes.
That's correct.
Yeah. No, like this is the movie that he should have been in. Like, because this, like, he looks older than he is, I feel. But like his kind of like down on his luck Casey Jones is kind of a cool badass character. In this movie, trying to buy him as like a love interest is maybe not
the sultry martial arts instructor.
Yeah, like I don't know about that.
Hey, just remember she looked at him like a snake.
Like a snake. Yeah, but so yeah, you know, you've spoken and we've listened. Like obviously, you want to hear us talk about movies that you've actually fucking heard of. And everyone in this room loves Ninja Turtles. It's the core foundation of the three of our friendship.
That's true. It's a very important part of just my childhood.
Yeah. I have seen this movie 47,000 times.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm super stoked.
No, I am as well.
Yeah. So get ready. We definitely recommend you watch 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ahead of time. Read some trivia. Have some fun. Thanks again for listening for a full year.
Yeah, I can't even believe it.
It's a 1-year anniversary. A real anniversary. This is crazy. We did it.
It is crazy. Jeez. What's you guys got any favorite memories of the past year
I don't
from this
remember
show?
most of this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm drinking heavily. Don't remember any of it.
Mike records, instantaneously blacks out, resurrects the next week.
Yeah.
You summon him.
Forgot about the previous week.
There's symbols all across our room. We've talked about, like the seahorse and the turtles and the squids, and currently they're blue, and the man light. It's all there. Mike just blacks out next to him. We put a little pillow next to him, a little blanket.
The man light?
He resurrects. The man light.
Oh, the man light. Yeah, I don't like the man light.
Man light's gonna get you.
The man light knows how I die.
You better run, bub. Man light's gonna get you.
Man Light knows how you live, too,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Man light's living strong. With that, as always, thanks for listening for a year. Recorded out of Denver, Colorado. Rabbit Troop sucks.
Rabbit Troop sucks.
Rabbit Tree sucks.